So guys, TikTok got me. I went down the rabbit hole about the disappearing bar in Louisiana. And then I went even farther, and then I was hearing people's stories about vampires. And then I went farther, and a lot of people are saying when they get to these bars or they're in these moments, they typically feel like they're back in time. Like when females are still wearing long dresses and men are wearing top hats and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's not a red flag to y'all ever? And I don't know if they be in a trance or if they just be like, oh my god, this person is so gorgeous, you know what I mean? Because that's how it be in the movies. But that's scary. And I am a very spiritual person. I believe in the ancestors and the higher spirits, all that. So I'm like, ooh, I'm nervous. Or I would be nervous. And you see, every story isn't bad, because I heard one story about this girl and her sister who went into a tarot reading shop. They got a good reading. The lady touched on things that was happening in their current life and things that were going to happen in months to come that they didn't know about yet. So the months to come came, and it was like, wow, everything she said came true. So they went back to that same tarot shop location, and there was no tarot shop. There was no tarot shop. There was never a tarot shop. They asked people that had a business like around that area, like, do you know where that lady relocated or when she'll be back? And they said there is no woman. Like, what? And then I heard another one. And it was two girls that went out on a bar. They were in New Orleans for a work trip. One of the girls had a boyfriend. One of them was single. But they met these guys out, like, while they were out. And of course, one said, let me take you somewhere only locals know. And now I know that's a sign, do not go. So they went, and once again, the people were dressed like it was back in time. They said nobody there had cell phones. Well, they noticed nobody there had cell phones after they left, like, you know, a couple days later or like the next day. And so the girl was talking to the guy, and all this stuff was happening. Either way, the girl that had the boyfriend was on the phone with her boyfriend. He was like, you need to call an Uber and get out of there. So they called the Uber, got out of there. The next day, one of the girls said, hey, I'm missing something that I need for work, because they were flying back to work. And then guess what? They say, you know what, let's take the Uber back to where we got picked up last night, and get your thing, and then we'll take the Uber back to the airport. They went back. There was no bar. And then I seen another one where a girl and her friends, they were out in New Orleans, and the girl connected with a guy. Once again, connected with a guy and was like, I'll be right back. He asked her, do you want me to take you somewhere only locals know? She said, yeah. Left her friends behind and went. She said, I'll be right back. They go through an alleyway, and they see a